Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. Everbank Field, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Only one team will keep the winning waves going to start the season as we're off in week 2. Has this at the 6. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Go.
And off to Benson to start the drive. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Doesn't make the connection.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
5-9. Set. Let's go. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Right in there.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 6-0 lead right away. On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-0. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. First and 10 from the 41.
Hey, kill! Silver.
Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Gets everything he has under this throw. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Hey, go!
Here's Brooks. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ready?
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal.
Red.
Lawrence working from the gun. Catch is made in close. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Ready?
Herbert from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. Devon Bullard bringing that play to an end.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Looking slant route complete. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Go. Set. Crowd run, crowd run, crowd run. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. He rolls to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Set. Go.
Benson now from the gun. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set. Ready?
Now Herbert to throw. Escapes the pocket. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover. Wisely throwing it away. Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers. 59, 59. Ready?
They snap it to Herbert. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time.
Lisa 24.
If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Rip, 23. Here we go, sir.
1st down throw, Lawrence. Oh, tried forcing it to the slants. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
380.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Set. Set.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
he got it! Interception! Terrion Arnold has it! And the Jaguars are going to have it! And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Got it. Ready?
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, run. Hot.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
On red.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out of bounds, just short of the 35. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
All right, let's go. 11. Hot.
From the gun, a give to Brooks, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
He's on the move. He's running with it. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Hey, Lion.
He tries to sneak it. And he gets the 1st before he's down.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the 1st down.
Red on red.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Hey, I'm gun.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Hey. Silver.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his 1st catch of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. Running back sent in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. We've got a close one here. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit.
Ready up.
We're back for the start of the 2nd quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Go. 11. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And that takes them to third down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here we go on fourth. Lawrence. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
5-9, 5-9.
Here's Herbert. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Let's go. Hey, easy. We'll go orange, go.
On third down, Herbert. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. The Browns are lined up to punt. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere. Almost straight up into the air. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. He picks up 16 on the good return. And the Jaguars working with a short field as they take over. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Slot receiver headed left. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Catch made by Chark. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Hey, I'm gone.
Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Red on red. Silver.
Lawrence throwing here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The Browns close in and take him down. And the pressure drives them backwards. Blake Grupe on to attempt the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Nicotomney's kick is good. And that'll push their lead to 4.
You look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive.
Go.
First and 10.
Go. Set. Home to try.
Herbert. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense is imposing imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Hey, Kaplan. Hey, go Lion, go.
Another try following the sack. Rolling left, buying some time. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Ready.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Now he'll heat this one deep. Big gain downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
This reeled in by Benson. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Baylor Tigers. 59.
Herbert now to throw on third. Benson's got it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Less than a yard needed here on 4.
Hey, Ray. Baylor Tigers. 5-9. Let's go. Hey, easy. We'll go orange.
Herbert to throw once more. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a second quarter lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, go!
Lawrence working from the gun. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
13, Lou. Red.
Lawrence looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Lisa, 24. Ready, break. Rip, 23. There we go,
Here's Lawrence to throw. Completed over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Hey, run!
Motioning left is their running back.
Here we go, son.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. He sends this one to the end zone. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get some late points and the lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Starting from the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set. First and 10.
Go. Set. Home to try. 12. Hey, Kappa. Hey, go lion. Go.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Able to get it to Benson. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So it'll be second down.
21. Set. Hey, ram. Why did it?
Herbert from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He throws a bullet down the right sideline. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
30 left.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's looking deep once again. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
From the red zone now. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars grow their lead just before halftime. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. His return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive.
Ready.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
59. Set.
Trying again following the set. He's going deep. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Jaguars have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
First down throw, Lawrence. His running back hauls it in deep right. You mix it in for the Jacksonville touchdown.